Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Fort Twins, and I want to tell you, I'm having a wonderful day here at day 2 at the NACC CCO conference. Great minds coming together, sharing ideas, collaborating, all for the benefit of one group of people, and that's for the students that attend these career colleges. They're benefiting from the conversations that are happening in this room, and let me tell you, the conversations are exciting indeed. People are willing to share their ideas, their best practices. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Absolutely. Carvalho. I'm with the CTS Canadian Career College. We are in North Bay, Sudbury, Barrie, and Sault Ste. Marie.
Wow, that's
fulfilling the needs of employers in the north.
Filling the needs of employers in the north. Tell me a little bit about the colleges. What are your offerings in these regions?
Well, our mandate has always been to fulfill the need of local employers. So whenever paramedics were needed in the north, we applied to offer the paramedic program. When employers were asking for pharmacy technicians, we applied for it and started producing pharmacy technicians and so on and so forth. PSWs, for example, we were graduating about 80 to 100, 80, 90, 100 a year. And the local hospital in North Bay came to us. And the local long-term care facility, Castle Home, we have a crisis coming with PSWs. So we increase it right up to about 400 a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what we do, we're responding to employer needs.
I love that, and that's where the career colleges really find their niche. They listen to industry, they listen to government, they fashion programs to meet the needs immediately, and of course the benefit to that is the students go right to work right away.
Absolutely. Well, they even have jobs before they graduate.
Right.
But it's a partnership with the long-term care facility where they modified their the way they received students in there. 2 shifts or 3, but we went to 2 shifts just to make sure that the students had the right environment and the number of hours and the right exposure to their work, so that whenever they would graduate, they go right into the job, including things like the onboarding on an employer. We brought that onboarding to our program with their help, with their participation. So the employer doesn't have to lose 2 or 3 days of that employee whenever they are hired. Right. So it's ready.
It's fascinating.
Ready.
And the way you describe it is in a partnership.
Absolutely.
And that's really what it is, right? It's understanding each other's needs the whole way through the journey. The other thing I really enjoy about their career colleges is that the instruction that the students receive are from people that have actually done the work.
Oh, yes.
Talk to me about the importance of that.
Well, not only that, but we actually use the same hours that the employer, the shifts. If they start at 7, we start at 7.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? So they are ready for it. Mostly it's about 8, so it's kind of early, but our coordinator in North Bay implemented that, and she pulls no punches. This is what you got to do. Here's how you need to take care of a client, and you go from one client to the other, and here's how you need to leave the space so that the next a healthcare professional comes in and everything is ready for them to administer whatever it is, pills or medication, whatever it is that needs, the PSW needs to leave that room exactly how the other person needs to find it. And that was really something that...
Well, you're getting them job ready, right? So when they're in school, it's almost like they're on the work site right away.
Absolutely.
You need to get into a mentality early, right?
Absolutely.
Particularly the fields that you're training people for. This is demanding work.
Absolutely. Well, paramedic, for example, they could be all book smart and all of that stuff, but if they can't package a patient properly and put it on the stretcher and put the stretcher in the rig and then off to the hospital as quickly as possible, then they're no good to anybody. Right. So that's where we focus a lot of our time on.
You must have some fascinating stories of success come out of the program.
Absolutely. And graduation time is one that I very rarely miss, because it's where we hear the stories of someone in their 40s to say, this is my very first graduation. I'm now working. I feel like I'm productive. I'm taking care of my family. And I was never allowed I was rejected in other colleges all my life until you guys gave me a chance. And they start crying, and I start bawling too.
Yeah.
We have had once that I remember, a grandmother, daughter, and granddaughter graduated in the same.
Is that right?
The same.
Wow.
It was amazing. The grandmother had a job because they know how to take care of people.
Right.
But they didn't have the little certificate to say I can be a PSW.
Right.
And now they go in and they are the best employees for our long-term care facility up there.
It speaks to me of the college believing in people, right? Right from the very moment that they arrive at your doorstep. They come a little apprehensive, not sure if they can do this, right?
Yeah.
And you're there to sort of catch them.
Yeah, let me tell you about a partnership that we have in Sudbury, where they were so impressed and they wanted to be so involved in that they offered their staff to be our placement or preceptorship instructors, to say, no, we will become your teachers and we'll do it together. Actually, in North Bay as well, on the DSW, the Developmental Services Worker, they did the same thing. So you teach the curriculum, but the way they need to conduct it, once they graduate in their field. It's amazing.
What does it mean for you to come to an event like this, where you've got so many colleges, so many people doing similar things? Yours maybe not exactly, but similar, but going through similar challenges of yours in the career system. What does it mean to come to share those ideas?
It is good to share the ideas and also to lobby our associations to deal with the little things that are in the way of better success. So that's really what, and actually this conference is well attended, much bigger than before, and we're dealing with issues that are relevant to our students and more importantly as well to our employers, because they are our real clients.
Right.
If they don't hire our students, then we're not doing a good job.
Right. I love the way you tie it all together, right? It's all about sort of getting people ready and into the workforce. Everybody benefits. The students benefit, right? The colleges benefit. But at the end of the day, the people getting these new employees that are very well trained, they benefit, and therefore our country benefits.
Absolutely. And our governments need to start listening that Ontario is not only Toronto. Sorry, Toronto. But, it's all the way up to the far north.
Right.
Yes, they don't hire hundreds of employees, but there are companies all the way up there that need 5 employees, 15. If you don't allow students, people from those areas, to learn in their own communities, because they will stay. Rather than, if they leave the community to Toronto, half of them or more don't come back.
Right.
But if we train them, if we find a way of training locally, and in partnerships with local employers, whether it's a dentist that opens up his or her clinic for us to do skills, or a pharmacy, or a hospital, like we went to Chapleau in a partnership with a hospital there to produce PSWs for them because they were in desperate need.
Right.
We recruited local people. They only needed 5, we produced 10, and we will go back anytime they say we need some more. We don't flood the market, we go in. It's not about making money, it's about supplying the need or fulfilling the need of employers. And that's what it's all about.
What's on the horizon? What are you excited about? What's the next big move for you?
Well, there is a huge need of massage therapists in Northern Ontario. So we've embarked in that. It was not easy, the accreditation. Pharmacy technicians are in huge demand up there as well. Luckily, the government produced or announced a partnership to produce paramedics, and that it's very successful. But PSWs, we need another challenge fund up there to get more PSWs to fulfill the need of the long-term care facilities and hospitals as well.
Wow.
There's still a huge need up there.
Well, that's the voice of a guy that's making a difference. It's an absolute privilege to be in conversation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Alan.